this be a year of love and kindness.
May strangers come to be friends.
May truth and compassion always guide us. Amen. May this be a year of hope and healing
For all of those in need.
May all of our deeds be a blessing. Amen. A new year, a good year, a chance to start all over. A new year, a sweet year, a chance to bring us closer. May this be a year of selfless giving.
May this be a year of peace.
And may we forgive and be forgiven. Amen. A new year, a good year, a chance to start all over. A new year, a sweet year, a chance to bring us closer, closer to the ones we love, a world that we can be proud of, long as there are stars above. There comes a new year. Amen.
Master of all things, ruler of Israel, we are your people and you are our God. Teach us to follow, obey your commandment. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, our God is one. Your glorious kingdom abounds in the heavens. Majesty rules all over the earth. We are your teachers, you are creator. Shema Israel.
This is the hope. The hope is still real. A Jewish home in Israel. And this is the time we stand as one. If not now, when? We must be strong. Our hearts turn to the east. This is the hope that holds us together. The hope that will last forever. This is the hope that holds us together. Hatikva. The hope is still real. This is the hope. 2,000 years we pray for freedom through pain and tears. This is our faith. This is our voice. This is our promise. This is our choice. Our hearts turn to the east. Yeah, this is the hope that holds us together. Hatikva. The hope that will last forever. This is the hope that holds us together. Hatikva. The hope is still real. Hatikva, the hope is real. Hatikva, our home Israel.
This is a Samuel voice. surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, we don't turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us.
Shalom, Neshamah friends. We wish you all a healthy, happy, handshaking, and hugging 5781. Sending love, Cantor Anita and Reuben.
Happy New Year, Shana Tova.
To Rabbi Rader and all the Neshamah families.
Wishing you a healthy, happy, and sweet New Year, and well over the fast.
Tova, wishing you health and happiness in 5781.
Hi Neshamah family, it's Rabbi Amy Pessa. I wanted to wish you all a very happy 5781, and my blessing for each of you this year is may it be a year of connection, good health, safety, and calm, and may we find ways to connect and count our blessings even amidst this crazy time through which we're living.
Hi, we're the Ruttenberg family, and for the year 5781, we wish you
Hope for the future, inspiration,
and 5,781 delicious Golden Retriever Lab Cross kisses from Dolce.
Happy
New Year!
Wishing everyone in our Neshamah family a safe and healthy 5781.
Happy New Year, Shana Tova v'Metuka. From our family to yours, we hope that everyone has a happy, healthy, and sweet New Year.
Shana Tova.
Lashana Tova Neshama, health and happiness in 5781.
Happy New Year! We wish you a sweet, healthy, happy, and wonderful New Year in 5781 from Julie and Kenneth Marks.
Shana Tova from the Tetro family, wishing you a happy, healthy,
And sweet New Year.
We wish you a happy and a healthy New Year. Lashana Tova from the Jaffies and the Hirschmans.
To everyone in the Neshamah family, we wish everyone an amazing 5781 filled with health and happiness and everything else good in your life. We hope everyone's family and friends are doing great. Yes, and that
does too.
That as well. Looking forward to seeing everyone in person soon, and we just hope everyone's doing great.
This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, we don't turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us.
Shana Tova, friends. Welcome. Well, here we are, Temple Beth Shalom, our physical congregational home. And I know we have to imagine. We have to reach out and try hard to picture ourselves together, to take a leap and to conjure up that feeling of praying together. But we are creative and we are strong, and our tradition draws us together in spirit. So please step into this holy moment with me. Take a deep breath, look around, and appreciate the people that are gathered with you today. And appreciate your environment, your comfortable home, and the beauty of our natural world outside. And now let's turn inwards to our spirit, to our soul, to our essence. Thank you, God, for the gift of our soul. Elohai Neshamah.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshamah, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshamah, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Elohai, Neshamah, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Neshamah, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshamah, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshamah, Shenatata bi Tehorahi.
We love this Hasidic melody, which combines our New Year greeting, L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, with the beautiful words from Psalm 121. The God of Israel never slumbers nor sleeps. God is the protector of Israel. This is our optimistic, hopeful perspective for the new year. So let's start tapping our feet and sing along, L'Shana Tova Tikatevu.
L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. Hine hine lo yanu, v'lo yishan, v'lo yanu, v'lo yishan, shomer Yisrael. Hine hine lo yanu, v'lo yishan, v'lo yanu, v'lo yishan, shomer Yisrael. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu, V'Tehatenu. Hine hine lo yanu, v'lo yishan, lo yanu, v'lo yishan, shomer Yisrael. Hine hine lo yanu, v'lo yishan, lo yanu, v'lo yishan, shomer Yisrael.
The sun rises high each morning, bringing a day so bright and new. Each a special beginning, filled with promise of all we can do. The moments pass so quickly, each one as precious as a gem. Once gone, they cannot be retrieved. Oh, how we must cherish them. The blessing of the month of Elul heralds this year's final days. The blowing of the shofar awakens us to contemplate our ways.
Have we accomplished all we can? Have we done all that we should? Have we treated others respectfully? Were we kind and good?
It is time to greet Adonai, to display the devotion in our hearts.
Ask God to forgive and guide us as the new year opens and starts.
Adonai loves his children, no matter how foolish we may be.
We ask God to bless us with bountiful goodness through eternity.
The days turn into weeks so quickly, the months turn into years. We pray our lives will be filled with joy and very few sad tears. So welcome this auspicious time while the King is here below. Use these moments wisely, choose the righteous path to go. And when the shofar sounds on Yom Kippur, soon to come, we pray that a new and wonderful year is written for everyone.
Lashana Tova Tikatevu V'Tehatenu. Lashana Tova Tikatevu.
Well, my friends, here we are. Shana Tova, Good Yantif. I hope you enjoyed seeing that montage of our congregational families saying Shana Tova to all. It actually brought some tears to my eyes. So thank you for bringing that warmth and that sweetness to our service. And if you didn't see yourself yet, never fear, part 2 of our congregational montage will be in the service a bit later. So I was thinking that you're probably at home on your couch or in your dining room, and so I thought I would start us today by sharing a message from home as well. This is my cozy little home sanctuary. We have our Neshamah Torahs over here, and some of my favorite Shabbat pieces here, and this beautiful tapestry from Israel behind me. This room really brings together so many things that I love, and it gives me comfort and a sense of being centered and belonging and calm. And I hope you've also set up a cozy and spiritual place for you to be, together with your family, with whoever is gathered with you for these holy days at home. Now I could, but I won't. I won't waste much time bemoaning what could have been or stating the obvious about how sad it is that we're not doing our normal thing. But I will just say that I miss you all so very much. I miss seeing your faces, I miss hearing your voices, and I truly miss feeling that energy, that spirit that we've always created together for these holy days. It is not the same without you. And I know that we are all overdosed on screen time lately, but please know that our creative team has worked so very hard to reimagine and to create the most engaging and meaningful high holiday experience for you, worship and learning and connection that we possibly could for this year. In this service, you will be invited to sing along with Cantor Shore, with Sharon Shear, with our amazing choir members. I will do some teaching and I will walk you through the order of the service, and you'll be treated to several surprise segments that I hope you'll really enjoy. And kids, I ask you to listen for the sound of our favorite instrument, the shofar, because when that sound comes on the screen, it's time for you to head over to our Neshamah Zoom room for some special kids activities with our teen leaders. And I hope to see everyone when we conclude our service here, back in our Zoom room live for our shofar service. So how do we do this? How do we conjure up that feeling and that intention and that seriousness and that intensity and that holiness that's required for today? I want to share a personal experience with you that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Back in the early 2000s, I was invited to give the opening prayer on the floor at the U.S. House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. Believe it or not, it was actually before Kevin was involved in politics, and it just came about because a former congregant had a connection and got me invited for this honor. So we packed up our 4 young kids. Everyone was under age 10, I think, about at the time, and we took a day or two off from work. And we took my mother-in-law and my parents, and off we went to Washington, D.C.
My best friends from college even drove in from Pennsylvania. And so we had this big entourage, actually, as we approached the speaker's house and the house chaplain in the house building. And it felt like a really big deal. We were all standing in some back hallway, and someone ushered my family members up to the visitors gallery. And I was waiting alone in this kind of backstage area with the house chaplain. And then at precisely 9 o'clock, we walked into the floor of the House of Representatives, and the chaplain introduced me, and I was so nervous. I couldn't catch a breath. I'm sure my voice was shaking. I just kept holding on to my papers and making my way up to this very imposing looking lectern. And I took a deep breath, and I looked up, and you'll never believe it, but that room was completely empty. Empty. Not a single person other than myself and the house chaplain in that room of 435 seats. At what I had thought would be this significant and impactful moment of teaching and prayer, there was no one there. I was literally looking out into a crowd of emptiness. There was no one to make eye contact with. There was no one to return my smile. It was eerie and it was awkward, and it caught me totally by surprise. Now, in addition to the surprise of the empty room, somehow my 4 kids had escaped from the visitors gallery and had made their way down onto the floor of the house, and they were sitting, lounging about in these congressional seats in the congressmen and women's chairs and putting their feet on the desk. And so I had to stifle a laugh and the urge to reprimand them for their bad behavior and just compose myself. And so I did my best, and then I pretended. I pretended that the room was full of people. I pretended that important people had come to hear what I had to share. I pretended that my inspiration was well received and appreciated. I pretended. And I think it went off okay, but deep down, you know, I was disappointed, and it just felt so strange. What was the point? Was anyone even listening? Would they ever even hear what I had to say? Who was I praying for if nobody even showed up? Who was I praying with if I was all by myself? And so, as you can probably imagine, I think of that occasion a lot these days. We are all showing up and sharing things online, and we're just not sure who's watching. We're not really sure who's with us. And it's eerie, and it's awkward, and yes, it is lonely. And it's gotten me thinking about what is real and what is fake, what is pretend and what is authentic. And it's gotten me asking the question, what ingredients make for an authentic spiritual experience? What do we need? How do we conjure that up? Did you know that Judaism has been ready for an at-home version actually since the very beginning of our tradition? Unlike schools and work from home that are all mostly new to us in recent months, Judaism at home is actually part of its original plan. There's even a Hebrew term for it. In Hebrew, our homes are called a mikdash ma'at, a small sanctuary. And so that means centuries before a virus or a pandemic or COVID, our rabbis understood and taught us that much holiness and spirituality, important things, things of significance, happen at home. Think of all the special occasions I'm sure you've had at your home. Can you remember gatherings of family and friends throughout the years? I'm sure you can picture birthdays and holiday dinners. Perhaps you can remember some illnesses or maybe even a shiva that took place within the confines of your home. Think of all the mitzvot that you've done from your home, cooking a meal, making a caring phone call, offering tzedakah to others in need. There's no question that our homes are places of holiness. And so we miss being together today. We do. We miss it. We miss the beauty of being together in a sanctuary. But I believe, and I'm holding on to this belief, that praying and celebrating our holy days at home is not a plan B. So I hope you are dressed in your temple clothes, or PJs, it's fine if that works for you. The clothes aren't the point. Put on your prayer uniform, a talit, a kippah, hold a siddur, a machzor, prayer book in your hand, and most importantly, shift your attitude to being in a place of prayer and gratitude and worship and connection and community. That's what makes today special. That's what makes a holy space. Your home is already a mikdash ma'at, a small sanctuary. And so today we have this opportunity to treat our homes as the holy spaces that they already are. And we have the gift of our tradition. When we add prayer and song and learning and introspection and this kind of communal gathering, we elevate our home to being a sanctuary even more. And so I'm home, just like you, as you can see. And it does feel different. And yes, it's a little bit like my experience in Washington, D.C. about a decade ago. But I know that Judaism is profoundly resilient, and it's profoundly portable. Moving from a large sanctuary to a small sanctuary, no problem. It won't stop the power of our prayers. It won't stop the presence of God. It won't stop our connection to each other. So I say welcome, and I say thank you for bringing holiness into your home and for sharing that with all of us this Rosh Hashanah morning. We're turning to the Baruch Hu prayer, our call to worship. If you'd like to, please rise for the Baruch Hu.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
You'll hear how time has flown in our next prayer, Kol HaNeshamah. Our congregant Morgan was just 9 years old when she started singing with us, and now she's a teenager. Listen for Morgan's beautiful voice then and now, Kol HaNeshamah. Let's close our eyes and take a few deep breaths and center ourselves for our spiritual foundation. Shema Yisrael, listen Israel, God is one. Shema and Ve'ahavta.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Lai lai, lai 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 lai, lai lai lai, lai lai lai, lai lai lai, lai 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 lai.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levacha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meotecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mesavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha ulachtecha b'derech ushoftecha ukumecha ushartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha utatam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha.
Adonai Sifatai is a Neshamah favorite. It's hard not to smile and tap your feet along to this beautiful prayer. This live version that you'll hear from our High Holiday service a few years ago features amazing lead guitar by Michael Band and lots of nine and eyes. And as a special treat, enjoy these photos from 10 years of Neshamah history. I'm sure you'll see some familiar faces and a throwback to some sweet memories. If you'd like to, please stand and get into the rhythm of this prayer, Adonai Sifatai.
Yana nai nai nai
Hola.
You are creator, Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu.
Hey, it's Julie again from Neshamah Institute. I'm a Madracha, and I go to North Broward Prep for school going into 10th grade. So here's my question for you guys. How many times do you think that the shofar is blown on Rosh Hashanah? How many times do you think? Go down in the chat box below and type your answers, and you can see if you're right or not. Maybe not.
Teach us to follow, obey your commandments, Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu.
Please take a few moments now for your personal prayers in Hebrew or in English. Or feel free to sit quietly and take part in this guided meditation led by our inspiring congregant, Alana Hilf.
Welcome to our meditation. If you'd like, please be seated in a comfortable position. Close your eyes now and take a few deep breaths. I'd like you to relax your body now and feel your legs and feet sinking into the ground. Rest your hands on your lap. They are relaxed and heavy. One of the themes of Rosh Hashanah is Teshuvah, which means returning to home, returning to our best selves, and refocusing on our intentions. Deep breath in and out. Picture yourself shaking off this past year. Breathe in and out. Take a few breaths and shake off the baggage from the last year. Return to a clean slate to start again. Picture doing Teshuvah, returning home, returning to our best self, returning to our Neshamah and our spiritual source. Breathe in, deep breath out. Doing Teshuvah means looking honestly at where we've gotten off course and returning to our priorities and where we really want to be. Think about returning to your best self, your best intentions. Breathe in, deep breath out. Visualize that you are breathing in golden light now. Deep breath in. It's a radiant and beautiful golden light with positive energy, and it's moving us to our renewed self. Fill up every part of your body with this energy on your intake breath. Setting your best intentions for this Jewish New Year. Now, when you do a deep exhale, I'd like you to envision a dark blue light coming out of you and breathing out all of your negative feelings and thoughts about that you could have done something differently, that maybe there wasn't enough time, or any guilt you felt. Let it all go. Deep breath in now and out again. This is the new year. Let's see this door opening wide and ourselves stepping through it to find growth and greatness as we move through this doorway, knowing we are safe, happy, and peaceful with a fresh start. Namaste.
L'Ador Vador. We all love this catchy melody, and more importantly, we value the profound message of this prayer. Through so many years, through the ups and sadly many downs of Jewish history, our faith in God and Jewish tradition has linked children to parents, to grandparents, and beyond, going back so many generations. Thank you to the Dash and the Lewis and the Shear families for leading us in our prayer L'Ador Vador.
L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, Nagiga Lecha. L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, Nagiga Lecha. ולנצח נצחי קדושת הנקדיש, קדושת הנקדיש. ושירך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם לעולם ועד.
L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Nagiga Lecha. L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Nagiga Lecha. ולנצח נצחי קדושת הנקדיש, קדושת הנקדיש. ושפך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לא ימוש לעולם ועד.
L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, Nagiga Lecha. L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, Nagiga Lecha. Ki HaMelech Gadol v'Kadosh Ata, Gadol v'Kadosh Ata. Ki HaMelech Gadol v'Kadosh Ata, Gadol v'Kadosh Ata.
L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, Nagiga Lecha. L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, L'Ador Vador, Nagiga Lecha. Ki HaMelech Gadol v'Kadosh Ata, Kadosh v'Kadosh Ata. Ki HaMelech Gadol v'Kadosh Ata, Kadosh v'Kadosh Ata.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaGadosh.
We conclude this section of our service with our prayer for peace, Oseh Shalom. Sing along, and you can also try your hand at signing this prayer in American Sign Language with our talented student, Shayna Dash. Please join us for Oseh Shalom.
Hi everyone, my name is Shayna, and I've been learning ASL for around 3 years. I'm going to teach you Oseh Shalom in ASL. Okay?
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'yakol Yisrael Ve'imru Imru Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'yakol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'yakol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom B'mama. Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'yakol Yisrael. Ve'imru Imru Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'yakol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'yakol Yisrael.
ויהי בנשוא הארון, ויאמר משה, קומה אדוני, ויפוצו אויביך, וינוסו משנאיך מפניך, כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
If we were in shul together right now, we'd be standing up and walking around with the Torah. You'd probably be chatting with a neighbor and taking a nice stretch. It would be a little loud in the room. So please do that. Stand up, take a stretch, check in with your neighbor, and take part in the short yoga stretch with our wonderful congregant and yoga teacher, Heather Berg.
Hi, Happy New Year, Lashana Tova. My name is Heather Berg. Please join me for a short stretch where we can shake off the old and welcome in the new. So go ahead, whether you're seated in a chair or even standing up, just allow your arms to come down by your sides. And slowly begin to roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Nice, big, slow circles. And be sure to inhale nice and deeply through your nose and out the nose or mouth. A few more. Good. Let's lace your fingers and place them behind the base of your skull. Allow the elbows to be out wide. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your heart, elbows stay out wide. And then as you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest and bring the elbows in towards each other, stretching the back of your neck. Inhale, open up the elbows wide, lift your chin, lift your heart. Exhale, chin to chest, elbows in. One more. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, elbows in towards each other, chin towards the chest. Slowly release. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down one more time. Allowing the arms to still dangle down by your sides. Let's bring your right ear to the right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath. And then bring your head to neutral and do it the other way. Left ear, left shoulder, stretching the right side of your neck. Take a nice deep breath in. A long breath out. And bring your head to neutral. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. 2 more times. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year.
Let's turn now to the Torah reading. Thank you so much to the Reuben family for representing all of us and reciting the Torah blessing. And thank you, Chad Reuben, for reading from the Torah as you've done for so many years in a row. Please follow along for our Rosh Hashanah Torah reading.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. V'gam et ben ha'hama legoy asimenu ki zarha hu vayashkem Avraham baboker vayikach lehem v'hemat mayim vayitain el hagar sam al shichma v'et hayeled vayishaleha v'telech v'tetach b'midbar be'er shava vayichlu hamayim min hahemet v'tashleh et hayeled ta'ahad hahasim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Shemarim. Teruah. Tekiah Gedolah.
Majesty rules all over the earth. We are your teachers, you are creators.
Schwartz. I am a 7th grader at American Heritage School. I attend the Neshamah youth group on the weekends. It is super fun, you should totally join. An interesting fact is that sometimes a tradition is to place the head of a fish on the dinner table during Rosh Hashanah to signify that we are at the head of the new year rather than the tail.
We are your people and you are our God. Teach us to follow, obey your commandments, Shema Israel.
I'm so honored to introduce you all to my dear friend and colleague in Israel, Rabbi Matt Berkowitz. His team at Kol Ha'ot, an incredible art center and art studio in Jerusalem, has gifted us with several short teachings from Jerusalem. Please enjoy part 1 of Art and Torah from Israel for Rosh Hashanah.
From the Talmud, if you're outside of Israel, direct your prayers toward Israel. And if you're in Israel, direct your prayers to Jerusalem. If you're in Jerusalem, direct your prayers to the place of the temple. Welcome to the Neshamah participants from the Western Wall. Here, Jews for millennia have poured out our hearts in prayer. But what is prayer? I'm David Moss, one of the co-founders of Kol Ha'ot, and I'm going to share some art and some thoughts about prayer as we move into the intense prayer period from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. Prayer is about connection. It is the intimacy between people and God. It can be whispered or shouted, fervent or mournful, exuberant or dejected. The book of Psalms, written right here, contains every subtlety of the human heart, and was the prayer book of the temple. But why here? Why in this exact place on the planet? Well, this was a place of holy connection long before it was chosen for the first temple. We have a tradition that the story of the binding of Isaac, the tale we will read on Rosh Hashanah, happened right here on this hill. Let me share a visual interpretation I made of this story. I sought to find its most basic elements and assigned a color to each one so I could translate it entirely into images. Just remember, God is blue, Abraham is always white, Isaac is red, animals are gray, and plants are green. The story is one of an impossible divine test of Abraham. It begins simply, and God did test Abraham. Here, blue God places white Abraham on the scale to weigh his devotion. And God calls to Abraham, and Abraham answers, Hineni, here I am, present before you. This is perhaps the deepest essence of prayer, just showing up, the readiness to connect, to listen, to respond. Now God instructs Abraham to take his son and journey forth to this very mountain to sacrifice him. But Isaac, bewildered, says, here is the wood, and here is the fire, but where is the ram for the sacrifice? Abraham responds, God will provide that ram, my son. Then Abraham lifts up his eyes and sees a ram caught in the thicket by its horns. And he sacrificed that ram instead of his son. And the horn of that ram has become the eternal echo of Jewish prayer itself. This is the shofar box from the Tree of Life lectern that I created with Noah Greenberg. Note that this shofar too is caught in a dense thicket. The plant is the caper plant, which almost miraculously grows here in the vacant crevices of the kotel. But this humble shofar wails the purest, most direct, and heart-rending prayers possible. Its broken shavarim notes are the weeping of despair for all the pain in our broken world. Its truah sounds are the wake-up call for us to arise, to serve, to connect, to comfort. And its tikkiah sounds are the grateful, celebratory sounds of praise to our King, with whom we're graced to commune in prayer. I end with my very latest two works. These prints, in which I seek to transform our last prayers said each night and our first prayer each morning from their static traditional text format into organic forms that sing forth their meaning. I bless you at this special opportunity provided by the High Holidays to dig deeply inside and share your most intimate thoughts, hopes, fears, bewilderment, wonderment, and gratitude with the Holy One, who anxiously but patiently awaits our prayers.
The Torah is our tree of life, Eitz Chaim Hi. It sounds so simple, and yet it stands at the center of Jewish life. Without the Torah, none of what we recognize as Judaism today would exist. The Torah has given us life as a people and kept us in life through its ancient wisdom. Enjoy the spiritual melody first of Eitz Chaim, and then join together to sing and clap along with the cantor and our choir for Eitz Chaim Hi.
Eitz Chaim Hi, למחזיקים בה, ותומכך מאושר דרכיך, דרכי נועם, בכל נתיבותיך שלום.
Chaziki Vavatomkecha, Meusha Etzayim Vilama, Chaziki Vavatomkecha, Meusha. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to them that will pass to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that will pass to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Wake up to the good,
Let us turn inwards and reflect.
thinking of all the good things and people that surround us,
Wherever they are, have been, or will be,
whether an ancient blessing or a fresh dose of good news.
let us be aware of goodness.
Now we open our eyes and look around.
Here we are.
Right now, this is the new year.
Here.
We are safe, we have been found.
We are home.
Blessed are you, God, who is good and who does good.
Shana Tova.
We're turning now to our unique prayers for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Avinu Malkeinu says so much with both its words and its beautiful melody. We call upon God as our Father, aspiring to a close and loving relationship. And we call upon God as our King, as one who has power and who can understand things beyond our human capabilities. We approach God with humility. We are small and we have missed the mark in the year past. Yet we are confident God has blessed us with infinite potential and the courage we need to do better in this new year. Please rise as Cantor Shore leads us in Avinu Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Hamol aleinu, ve'al aleinu, ve'tapeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Kalei dever, ve'charev ve'ra'av, Mei aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Kalei cholza, u'mastin, Mei aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Kotreinu, Sefer Chaim Tovim. Avinu Malkeinu, Kodesh Aleinu, Kodesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chadesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu.
Tekiah, Shivarim, Trua, Tekiah Gadula,
teachers, you are creator, Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim.
Hi, my name is Maya Pinder and I am a junior at Dreyfus School of the Arts. I am also a Madricha Neshamah, which is a teacher assistant. Did you know that Kol Nidre is at the beginning of the Yom Kippur service, and that we place a pomegranate on the table because it has 613 seeds, corresponding with the 613 mitzvahs in the Torah.
Things, ruler of Israel, we are your people and you are our God. Teach us to
On Rosh Hashanah it is written, and on Yom Kippur it is sealed. The image of a book of life that opens and then closes is stark and scary. I always think of my youngest son, who when he was little was hiding in a bathroom during Rosh Hashanah dinner because he was scared of this book. But life as we've all experienced this year is not for the faint of heart. It is stark and it is scary. And so we turn to our tradition of mitzvot, of doing good in the world. We say this prayer about life and death together and out loud. We stand together in support of each other and as witnesses to each other's lives. We have gone astray, but we have also come home to our best intentions and our best selves. And that's why we're all here, to show our gratitude for all the second chances we have been given, and to humbly ask again, write us in the book of life. We don't know what the days ahead will bring, but we do know that caring and compassion, our small efforts at tikkun olam, of repairing and healing the world, those mitzvot always matter. B'Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah, Yikatevu, Uvyom Som Kippur, Yechatevu, Rosh Hashanah, Yikatevu, Uvyom Som Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, Yikatevu, Uvyom Som Kippur, Yechatevu.
Tzom Kippur Yechateinu Rosh Hashanah Yikateinu Yom Tzom Kippur Yechateinu.
May we all be written in the book of life, blessing and peace, B'Sefer Chaim.
Sefer Chaim Berav Shalom Ufarnasa Tova Sefer Chaim Berav Shalom Ufarnasa Tova
Turning now to Mourner's Kaddish, and I ask everyone to please rise so we can be together as a community to support all of our mourners. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yoma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam lo meomaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu le'ela le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata ta'amiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav Huya aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen.
Shana Tova Tikatevu V'Techatenu L'Shana Tova Tikatevu.
Just a few weeks ago, I was privileged to attend the wedding of a rabbi friend in Israel. So many miracles had to happen to make my attendance possible. First, honestly, there's the miracle that I made the effort. Normally on a Sunday before Rosh Hashanah, I am in lockdown mode, and it would really never occur to me to spend several hours going to a party, basically. And also for a Zoom kind of thing where I didn't know if it would be noticed if I was there or not, it was doubtful that I would make the effort. So given my skeptical outlook, it's a miracle that I even showed up at all. And then of course there's the miracle of technology. The couple was in Jerusalem, and clearly I wasn't. Kevin and I were actually walking on that beautiful real trail in East Boca, and we had the wedding streaming on his phone. I just kept thinking, isn't it amazing that we can see and even feel the sweetness and the love of this wedding? And I just couldn't turn it off. Listening to their words and their blessings and their genuine joy, I cried so many times during this ceremony. It was one of the happiest days I feel like I've had in a long time. And it did feel like a miracle. And then there's the miracle of this couple themselves. Both of them are mensches and beloved by so many people, yet they had been waiting a very long time to find each other. Matzati et she'ahava nafshi. I have found the love of my soul, the groom said to the bride. It was a miracle. And then, of course, there's the miracle of pulling off any kind of simcha or family celebration in this era of COVID. Both of their families live overseas. And the couple literally planned and executed their wedding in a matter of days. They just simply got tired of waiting and wondering, and so they just decided to pick a day and to do it. And miraculously, at their wedding, there were flowers and beautiful musicians, and there was an incredible handmade ketubah that would normally have taken months, and there was an heirloom talit that also normally would have taken months. So many personal touches that came together on this quick notice. It was a miracle. During the ceremony, one of the rabbis, there were many rabbis officiating and taking part, one of the rabbis stopped in the middle of reading the ketubah, that long Aramaic document, just to point out how many miracles had to occur to get this couple to this exact moment. Not only the personal miracles of the bride and groom, but here they were in the holy ancient city of Jerusalem, the land of our ancestors that had been out of Jewish hands for 2,000 years. And now this couple was starting a modern Jewish home in this ancient city in an ancient land, and it felt like a tangible miracle. And so as Kevin and I walked in the blazing sun on that Sunday, when I should have really been home with my books and my list of things to do, I just couldn't believe that I was in the presence of this amazing miracle. Did I mention that I was crying? Rosh Hashanah is not our holiday of miracles. We have Hanukkah for that in a few months. Miracles are not even really an appropriate theme for this day. Today is about doing our own work, actually about making effort. Rosh Hashanah is the opposite of miracles. Rosh Hashanah insists that we not wait for divine miracles. The future is in our hands, Rosh Hashanah says, so get busy, do the work, make the changes you need to make. Don't wait, says Rosh Hashanah. And yet for some reason this year, maybe you do too, I have miracles on the brain. Here are the miracles that I see. I see the miracle of hope and optimism, even when our world is so scary and our future is unknown. I see the miracle of us trying so desperately and diligently to stay on our daily course, to have a daily purpose, even when we're not sure what day it is, or what month it is, or what year it is. I see the miracle of so many people, like you, and like me, and like all of us, trying to find new ways to connect and be good neighbors, and good friends, and good family members, even from afar, even without our physical presence. I see the miracle of work teams and colleagues who are imagining beyond normal limitations and creating new opportunities for their own personal growth and work growth, professional growth for the future. I see the miracle of us slowing down to pay attention to our priorities. I also see the miracle of us living through unbearable pain and loss in ways we never thought possible. I see the miracle of simple things we've taken for granted for years and maybe even our entire lives, now coming into our awareness and a new gratitude sprouting. I see the miracle of gigantic things we never thought were possible. And so miracles of all sizes are with us today. It's not easy, and I understand these miracles take a shift of perspective, a shift of expectations. These miracles take work. These are not the cushy miracles sent from heaven like manna falling down in the desert. These are miracles that are forged in the fire of our own souls, our own Neshamah, through our determination not to give up, our desire not to despair. These miracles are made of our own blood, sweat, and tears. And I know you feel them too. And so we may debate calling them miracles. But to me, that word really rings true, because we just don't know what the future holds. We don't know what the outcome will be. We do what we can, when we can, with those we can, and then we let go. And that is a miracle. On Rosh Hashanah, to me, we follow exactly that same formula. We work on ourselves. If we can tell the truth about ourselves, then that's a miracle. We work on our relationships with our loved ones and with others. If we can sincerely apologize and sincerely speak with humility, then that's a miracle. And if we reach for God with open hearts and open souls, and we feel that spark of divine connection in our Neshamah, then that's a miracle. And then we let go. And that may be the biggest miracle of all. When the outcome is unknown, we still follow our steps. We do what we can, when we can, with whom we can, and then, my friends, we let go. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of our Neshamah congregational miracle, of being together with me and with all of us in spirit, of sharing your voices and your presence and your talents. So many, with so many talents and such a labor of love went into creating this high holiday experience for all of us today. I want to thank deeply our Neshamah donors, those who have given and who will continue to give through this year, so that we can maintain our open access policy, that no one is turned away, that anyone who wants to be part of a Jewish community has a home. Any student who wants to learn has a place to come and be welcomed and to learn. And so I thank you again from the bottom of my heart for supporting me, for joining me, for being together with me, forming this amazing Neshamah community, so that we can be a true, connected, and caring Jewish community for all who need and all who are with us. I wish you the sweetest and the healthiest and the happiest and the most meaningful new year. Shana Tova Tikatevu V'Techatemu. May you be written and sealed for a good new year. And I so look forward to connecting with you again in person soon. Shana Tova.
This is the sound of voices too.
Hi, Neshamah family. I'm Cantor Stephanie, and I wish you all a healthy, safe, happy, and prosperous new year. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova from the Schwartz family.
Shana Tova. I'm Donna.
And I'm Harvey. We're the parents of the rabbi.
Otherwise, we might not be making this video, but you know what you do for your kids. We're getting all ready for Rosh Hashanah. Up north, we are the
Frozen Chosen from Minnesota.
Here's our honey pot.
And our name tags made out of apples from previous Yom Tifs. A shofar that I have seen better days.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova from the Klein family.
Happy holidays! Happy 5781, Neshamah family. We Shears wish you abundant health. Be well.
Happy New Year!
Shana Tova! Wishing everyone a healthy and a happy new year.
Hi Neshamah families, we're the Brinkmans, and this year we wish everybody a happy, healthy, sweet, and peaceful new year. Shana Tova!
Hi all Neshamah family. The year 5781 in the Jewish calendar year is upon us, and I'd like to wish you all a wonderful, peaceful, and joyous new year. Chag Sameach to all. Lots of love, the Bank family, including Isabel Bank, who's fast asleep.
Hi Neshamah family, it's Miss Lori. I just wanted to wish everybody a Shana Tova for 5781, and I wish you all peace, health, and happiness. So just sending my love, and I look forward to another great year together. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova from the Myers family.
Shana Tova, everybody. We're grateful to be here, grateful to be a part of the Neshamah family, and we thank you, Rabbi Rader, for leading the way.
We love you, Rabbi Rader. We want to wish you all a healthy and happy new year, and may this year bring you all joy and good health, and we look forward to being together in person soon. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
All of us singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, we'll turn to dust. This is the sound of all of
Nefesh Yehudi Homiya Ulfate Mizrach Kadima Ayin Etzion Sofia Od Lo Avda Tikvatenu Hatikva Machshot Hamayim Liyom Tamchoshi Be'artzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim Liyot Tamchoshi Be'artzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim.
May this be a year of love and kindness.
May strangers come to be friends.
May truth and compassion always guide us. Amen. May this be a year of hope and healing
for all of those in need.
May all of our deeds be a blessing. Amen. A new year, a good year, a chance to start all over. A new year, a sweet year, a chance to bring us closer. May this be a year of selfless giving.
May this be a year of peace.
And may we forgive and be forgiven. chance to start